Welcome, everyone. I hope uh, you're having a good day. I know there's a lot of craziness going on, and first of all, I want to apologize that I know I've been not able to do a lot of the paid subscriber spaces lately or story time with Lev. As you could see, there's been a lot of crazy breaking news constantly going out there. I've been trying to go on all these different platforms and all these different other social media networks to be able to spread the word, to get the information out, to make sure, because I mean, there's a lot happening. Uh, I know I titled this live breaking when it comes to what's going. We're going to talk about Putin. We're going to talk about what's happening with Ukraine. We're going to talk about also what's happening here. But also, one of the things I'd like to talk about is what's transpired yesterday, a little bit to start off with. Yesterday, we started off with a lot of crazy things you've seen happen. First of all, we had a walkout, first time in the history in the Pentagon. Um, because Pete Hegseth was wanted the loyalty pledge, just like they had the generals in. Now they had the news media in, and that all but one OAN signed. Everyone else walked out. But there was other things that transpired yesterday. What also transpired yesterday was that we had Donald Trump finally admitting to you that what we've been talking about for months already, that he is going to invade Venezuela. He told you that we've got the water covered. I mean, water covered. He's basically shooting, killing people that we have no jurisdiction or no authority to do in the middle of the ocean. Even Congressman Rand Paul, somebody that supports Trump in a lot of things, but has come out and said, listen, 25%, at least 25% of our intelligence that tells us that there's drugs on board comes out that there's no drugs on board and there's nothing. So just think about, out of all those ships, out of what was it, six now? Was it 30 people? How many of them are innocent? How many of them are drug dealers? And again, does a drug dealer, does that make him, what was that what if it was their first time? What if they were pushed into being, to do this? Because drug dealers are smart. You're not going to have your most powerful drug dealers, the leaders of the gang, driving these boats across international waters. The people that are probably being put in there, even if it is drug smuggling, which we don't know, are probably, people that are either forced to have might not even know what they're delivering, are told many of times, and just are then forced to go there. And we are just killing them. He's laughing about, talking about, making comments how there are no boats in the sea. Fishermen are scared. Just think about it. Folks, smash those hearts if you can. Let's get as many people as possible together. We're going to do something different also today. I'm doing a combination of a live space for subscribers, all the subscribers, because I think the information is extremely relevant, but also for all the paid subscribers. You're able to comment, and which a lot of you do. So I encourage, for those that haven't yet, become paid subscribers so you could comment and interact. But also, I want to start bringing people up. I know Michael did that a couple of times, and I think that's a great idea. So simultaneously, for those of you that would like to come up and join me today, come up and talk. Post a note in the message for the paid subscribers. As paid subscribers, you could come up here today, ask me anything you want to do. Let's debate. Let's talk about it. Let's ask any questions you have. So it's a little delayed. So just start putting it in, and I'm going to try to keep an eye on, see who wants to come up, and this way we can start coming up there. And I think it's important for your voices to be heard also. So if you have anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, or just a comment, just get something off your chest. That's what our community is all about, because we are going through some crazy times. So that's a new type of paid subscribers slash all subscribers lives we're going to be doing to be able to incorporate. So the information's out for everyone, but for the paid subscribers, you get a little extra bonus. You could comment in the section to communicate, ask questions. And if you want to come up here and join us live, just put it in there and I will bring you up there, and we will talk about it. So, getting back to things that are going on again. So yesterday you saw Trump now admitting that he's going into Venezuela. I want you to understand that is part of, again, his plan, Project 2025, as part of him being able to invoke the Insurrection Act. It's part of his way of being able to try to guarantee 2026. And that's why I talk very hard and I talk about all the time that we need to do everything we can now. We can't wait till a few months from now or 6 months from now. We need to be able to act every single day now, especially now we have October 18th, this Saturday coming up, No King's Day. That's again one of the things that Donald Trump is worried about, trying to talk about how he's going to shoot uh, missiles into California. I mean, just think about the things that are going on and being said. But if you really take a look at what is really playing out behind the scenes, something that the media is not reporting on, because everything I told you about, yes, the media is reporting on some of it with different spins on it. But the one thing the media is reporting on that they're like lying to you and that we need to talk about is the spin that they talk about when it comes to Russia, Ukraine. So right now, if you take a look at what the media is reporting, is they're saying that tomorrow Zelensky's coming to meet with Donald Trump. They're having a sit down, but what they're not telling you, and supposedly, where he's promising him to give them Tomahawk missiles. But when Donald Trump was asked if he's giving him Tomahawk missiles, he said, "We'll see. Nothing's guaranteed. We're going to talk about it." But what the media is not reporting is, and what my sources broke to me earlier this morning is Donald Trump. I don't know if he's already spoken to him or is in the process or will be speaking to, but he is going to speak or has spoken to Vladimir Putin today. And the purpose of it was to discuss what he's going to talk to Zelensky about tomorrow and how this is going to either stall or what proposition he's going to give him. Because remember, at the end of the day, Donald Trump is not trying to stop this war to be able to give the Ukrainians not only sovereignty win, but to validate that they are not the terrorists. They are not the ones that invaded. Donald Trump is frustrated. Hold on a second. EG, you want to come up, EG, or do you just have a question? Let me see if you want to, let me bring you up if you want to come up. I'm gonna invite you up. I sent you an invite. If you want to come up and ask a question, come on up. So, or you could just ask a question. Oh, there you go.
Hello, Lev.
Hey, AG, welcome and thank you so much for your support. God bless you, and I can't thank you enough for supporting, subscribing, and everything you do. Welcome.
Hello. My question, I've noticed because I live in Florida, as you do, I've noticed that a lot of people from places that had authoritarian, leftist type of governments, they tend to be concerned about, they voted for Trump. And now what happens is that they actually learn that he's not really, against authoritarianism. Um, because I spoke with a person that came from Serbia, and that person told me also people from Cuba. A lot of times, they will vote, like for instance for Trump because they want to avoid authoritarianism because it was a different mechanism where they came from. Do you have any thoughts on that? Thank you.
First of all, great question. And I agree with you 100%. And that's part of what, when we build MAGA, that's part of projecting and part of talking about things that what it was a lie, basically. And that's why now a lot of people in the authoritarian, like you said, from Serbia, from even there was a lot of Ukrainians that supported Donald Trump. I used to speak to Ukrainians all the time, and they would be like, because from those parts of the world, they tend to want to believe that a strong man will come in and defeat the next strong man. It's like they will protect them. It's that mentality that unfortunately still generations have grew up with, and it's getting better, but it's still, you have that. And Trump tapped into that. That was part of one of the parts that Trump tapped into. And now they're starting to realize that that's not the case, that what Trump really is doing is he wants to be just like them. He wants to be an authoritarian. He wants to be a dictator, and that's why basically some of the stuff that we talk about and I write about is how he brings them, goes out there, studies it, and then now he's implementing everything here at home. Because part of Project 2025 is a pure authoritarian playbook of dividing the country toward to benefit only one part of society and destroy the other part. So I agree with you 100%. They're realizing it, and that is why his numbers are down. That's why his polls are down. That is why he is doing right now and acting so aggressively when it comes to Venezuela, because that is part of why he would involve the Insurrection Act. What I'm hearing from people in the inside, and that's why you're starting to hear these conversations. Also, one of the things he's doing, and we're going to hear a lot more about it in the coming days. I'm hearing that John Bolton is going to get indicted today, and I'm hearing also now he's talking about Andrew Weissman. He's bringing other names. Part of everything they're doing, and part of the first authoritarian, part of Cuba, part of China, Russia. What happens when the dictator takes over? They change history. They erase parts of history that doesn't benefit them and that's what Donald Trump is doing right now. He's trying to erase the insurrection of January 6th. That's why he wants to go after Christopher Wray, even though he's a Republican, to try to show that there were FBI agents there. That's why he's going after Comey. That's why he wants to go after Brennan. That's why he wants to go after Weissman, because these are people that are to change the story of that Russia did not be involved in the 2016 and 20 elections. This is all part of that PSYOP game. So yes, so thank you so much for coming up. And again, God bless you. Thank you for your support. Keep the fight, and come on back if you have any questions. So, folks, that was great. Who's that? I'm going to talk about. Oh, John. Okay, let's go, John. Let's invite John up. John. I sent. So I hope you like the new format. This is going to be part because we're this way we could interact together. This way you guys could ask the questions. This way you could get stuff off your chest, and at the same time, I'm going to bring you all the inside stuff. So we could kill two birds with one stone. We could get the information out to everybody for free to make sure anybody that can become a subscriber, then they join us. Then he goes, "Hey, John, hold on. I'll get you to say hi, love." For all of you that are paid subscribers, it's because of you we're able to allow all the free subscribers to get the information and spread the message. So that I hope this little extra works and you guys like it. So welcome, welcome.
Good to be here, Lev. Hey, thanks for what you're doing. I really support you 100%. And I just wanted to let everybody know, let you know that I ran it to unseat Anna Luna last year here in Florida's CD13. I call Anna Luna the MAGA Princess of Chaos. And what made me to decide to run against her in May of 23 was when she signed on with Matt Gaetz to the Ukraine fatigue resolution, right? And I realized I didn't even know who she was at the time. I realized that who is this? Who's my representative? Oh my God, it's Anna. Who's Anna Luna? She just signed on to the Ukraine fatigue resolution. Putin has just compromised. He's just made a beachhead into the U.S. Congress with this Ukraine fatigue resolution. So I decided I can't not run. I've got to run against Anna Paulina Luna, and I lost in the primary. So now that's sort of like coming home to roost now, because now she's meeting with Putin's guy,
Kirill Dmitriev.
yeah, Dmitriev, under this sort of cover story that it's about the JFK KGB files.
Hey, John, can you lower your background because it's giving an echo?
Okay. I think, yeah, let me,
That's better. That's perfect. Is that good?
okay.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so,
Okay. Yeah.
so I watch what she does very closely. It's really all about, she's basically acting as a channel, as a conduit between the Trump administration, a back channel basically, and Putin, and nobody should be, um, confused by that. That's what that is. While she refuses to vote to release the Epstein files, she is the co-chair of the Government Secrets Disclosure Commission. She wants to release the JFK files, the MLK files, the Earhart files, but when it comes to the Epstein files, all of a sudden, no, 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 I vote no on disclosure of the Epstein files. And if we watch Marjorie Taylor Greene, who flipped on the Epstein files, which is great, of all people, she also signed on to the Ukraine fatigue resolution back in 2023. If we can flip Marjorie Taylor Greene, right, we can certainly work together to flip Anna Luna, and
Well,
or at least the seat.
I'll tell you this much. I don't know if we could flip any of them. I'm shocked at Marjorie Taylor Greene, what's going on. There's things. I mean, she just I think has learned certain things over the years and is trying to now, because I think she has some grand different objectives that she's trying to reach, and now she understands. And she also, I think, is starting to realize that eventually there's going to be a lot of repercussion when it comes down. That there's
Mhm.
going to be a lot of pain that comes down some of their ways, and she's trying. And so I'm going to give Marjorie Taylor Greene, as far as when it comes to the Epstein files, absolutely, that's something that is an incredible thing. And I agree with you. That's one of the things I always talk about. I say that if we could get Marjorie Taylor Greene to go out there and not only turn on the Epstein files, but talk about how, it's the Republicans that are shutting down the government. How are we not using her words and running messages all over every social media, all over every television ad? How is this not being plastered in the whole world hearing their own people? But with that said, Anna Paul Luna, she's a different character. She's not. She's as dumb as Marjorie Taylor Greene is, and is even even lower on the talent pool. And that's why what you're seeing her do, and that's why she's being like, she's the Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz was also not a smart character. And that's why you see now Matt Gaetz is nowhere near the Trump White House. He's nowhere near. Trump used them for whatever he needed to, and then he let him go, cut him off, and that was it. Even by floating him that he's, going to make him the AG. That was all for the same purpose of basically pushing Pam Bondi in there without any, all strategical, and now Matt Gaetz is, somewhere on OAN, which happens to be the only channel that signed on to this Pentagon
Yeah,
disclosure.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah, just if I could, Lev, just one more. I'll call it a plug. I am the only man in America that's suing Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, uh, a Republican governor, Ron DeSantis, Janine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney in D.C., and Harmeet Gill in the Civil Rights Division, acting AG, deputy AG, for election-related RICO fraud that has occurred down here in Florida in 2024 and in early 2025 elections. And so I just wanted to let everybody know that lawsuit exists, Liccione versus VR Systems.
Well, do me a favor, John. Reach out to me, DM me, and maybe we could do a special live, just me, where I'll bring you up and we could talk about that lawsuit, or what
Yeah.
it is. But definitely. But I want to thank you for your support, for your being, becoming a paid subscriber, joining our movement, our team, doing and fighting. Now that I hear, I didn't know that, but it's incredible. Fighting against fighting the good fight to save our democracy. And Anna Paulina is one that we're going to talk about some more today, because what she's doing right now with Kirill Dmitriev, what she's planning on doing with the JFK files, because you got to understand, this is not the JFK files. This is the KGB JFK files that have no validation. The only person that is applauding this is the Kremlin. The Kremlin and Kirill Dmitriev all over social media is applauding Anna and saying that she's finally going to release the files. This is not validated by any of our intelligence agencies. So this is a very, very, very dangerous situation that she's doing, because I promise you, you heard it here first, that once she releases some of this stuff, once she releases some of the tweets after her meeting with Kirill Dmitriev about trade, not about saving 30,000 kids that have been taken by the Russians, not about stopping the fighting, not about any of that. She's meeting him to talk about trade between Russia, caviar. I don't know what they're going to trade, but trade. And I promise you, you will see Donald Trump, because that's why they have her doing it. She's there to give Donald Trump talking points to be able to start to pick up on, to be able to say, like when he says people say or people do, or, this is what's being set up behind the scenes. Because as I always say, watch their actions, not their words. John, thank you so much for coming up. God bless you, man.
Thanks.
Thank you for all you do. Keep fighting out there, and DM me, and let's keep it, let me shine the light on that lawsuit, whatever we can, get more people, whatever help you need, let me know. You got it.
All right. Thanks, Lev. Take care.
Take care. Well, guys, anybody else want to come up there? You're more than welcome to come up here. Just click on, let me know. It's a little bit delayed, so sometimes you have to do it a couple of times. The other thing I want to share with you guys, right? Hold on a second, let me just grab that quickly. Where is it? Two, two, two. Okay, I'm back. Hold on a second. I'm so bad with technology. Sorry, guys. So before we continue going, so a couple of things I wanted to just share with you personally. I just posted up there a GoFundMe. This GoFundMe is for Alexander. It's for Voice from Ukraine. Right now, they're being hit very hard. For those of you that haven't read my Substack letter earlier today, they are right now experiencing some major attacks by Russia, while Trump is talking about sending, these missiles, while Anna Paulina Luna is meeting with Putin people to talk about, doing trade. Russia is doing what they're doing. So, Patty, God bless you. Thank you for all of you that have already sent and contributed and helped. Thank you, and I apologize that I have to keep saying it, but somebody has to say it for them, because a lot of people are new. A lot of people might forgot. A lot of people might have not had the chance to do it. Some people could do it again. Basically, this is the GoFundMe. If you guys can, share it around, pass it around. If you can, contribute. If you can, any dollar, 5, 10, anything helps. Alex is going to be delivering. The winter's coming, so all kinds of heating and packages and stuff. So, anything appreciative. The other news that I want to share with you, hold on a second, guys. I gotta share this other thing. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm trying to find this. How do you- Oh, I guess. Okay, I guess I do it like this. I don't know. Bear with me. I'm trying to get a link. I guess I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to do this. So here goes. I'm gonna just type it in there. So this is my link to. We're expanding now to YouTube. It's at Lev Parnas. Oh, hold on, how to do this? At No, not Lev Parnas. I'm sorry, Lev Remembers. See, I'm so bad. Lev Remembers. There we go. So that's at Love Remembers is our new YouTube channel. Please also subscribe, pass this on. The way these algorithms work, the more people subscribe, the bigger the channel, the more it goes out there. Substack is always going to be my home. Substack is always going to be where, I bring it and I give you all the information and you are my family. But the YouTube channel, I think, is also important because one of the things we need to get out of the echo chamber a little bit, and I need to be able to reach as many voices as possible, and that's why some of the things that I'm talking about is doing cross stuff and going out there. But if you come out there, support. It's at Lev Remembers, and also I ask and recommend another way to support our platform here and help out. I know you've been watching this last week. I've been started wearing some really cool merchandise. I think it's cool. We have Lev Remembers, we have Voice from Ukraine, we have No Kings, we have shirts, we have mugs, we have hats, all kinds of cool stuff that not only does a part of it go to help support the platform here, but it also a part of it goes to help support Alexander, Voice from Ukraine. So all of these things, from being paid subscribers to contributing to the Venmos and to the Zelles and the PayPals to going on Lev Remembers and getting some cool merchandise to wear out there and support and let the people know. And everything helps to keep this fight going, because I gotta be honest with you folks, it's not easy. This fight is becoming harder and harder every day, because they're implementing more and more of Project 2025, and part of that is Laura's wearing her Nokia. Laura, if you want to come up, I just want to do a shout out to Laura K. She's one of our founders. She's one of our supporters. She's always there. Laura, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you want to come out and come join us here, I would, you're more than welcome. Just give me a thumbs up or something. I'll bring you up. Donna, Donna is incredible. If you want to come up, any one of you want to come up with your gear or just talk or say, I love you guys. And I know you. I see you, Patty. I see you guys out there with all your support, everything you do. And that's why, this is now going to be a little bit different, where we're going to interact. And also, some of you have some great Substack accounts yourselves that, if I can and I can help you, amplify them, because some of you are really great writers out there and different things also, and some of you are great journalists out there that reach out to me. Our family is comprised of so many different people from around the world, different professions, different what's it called. Patty wants to go up. Patty, I don't know if Patty, if you just hit me your thing so I could hit on you and I will bring you up. It might take a couple of minutes. It might be, I'll just click on it. I'm looking out for you. So in the meantime, some of the things that we're also working on behind the scenes is I'm reaching out to a lot of the congressmen, congresswomen, all the stuff that's getting right now being put together for the No Kings rally. I'm trying to figure out where the best place to be at. Me and Michael have been talking, Malcolm, trying to figure out to bring as much attention. I've also been contacted by Jessica Danson. A lot of you might know Jessica. She does a lot of stuff. She's actually started, they're having a big rally. I think it's November 22nd, where they're going to have actually in Washington D.C. It's going to be a big event with music, with a big protest and rally that's going to be going to Washington D.C. So there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. I'm trying very, very hard to be able to somehow go on the road. It's been difficult because for some reason, a lot of these people that you would consider and thinking that it would be easy for them to jump on and pick up and jump on the bandwagon. It's not that easy. If they don't respond, they're all their own. People are doing their own thing, and until the Democratic Party decides that they want to unify, unless they don't decide that they want to start coming out with the same message. We're folks, I'm saying to you, we're in for some really, really tough waters. So anyway, anybody else want to come up? Because we're going to be going live later at 3:00. Don't forget, we have Unleashed today with me and Michael. I think Malcolm is traveling. I spoke to him. He's going to try to jump on, but I think Malcolm is traveling, so I don't know if he's going to join us. But me and Michael are going to come up and talk about all the stuff. Patty, is this you? Is that you wanting to come up? I don't know. I'll send you an invite if you want to come up. If not, don't worry about it. Just disregard. Oh, great. Oh, perfect. I'm so happy. There you go. First of all, I want to thank you so much for all your support. God bless you, and it's you guys that keep me going. So, welcome.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, Lev, the documentary I saw last night on BBC4 about how Putin is infiltrating the schools was pretty grim and fascinating. They slowly bringing the Russian flag in the classroom, marching oddly, the children, they're probably about 16, 17. And then even at one point, they brought in the Wagner soldiers and showed them their weapons, and they passed around a landmine to show them what a landmine looks like.
Great. Channel 4, actually, I don't know if you see when you go on there, Channel 4 did a documentary about me also. I'm in Me and Malcolm, the answer one, about Putin's invasion, Putin's and Trump's interaction and what made them click. I take a look at that one also, but that's part of the brainwashing. Because a lot of part of this war, what a lot of people don't realize is because Russia is not that same army. It's not the Soviet Union. They don't have the same capabilities. Because so a lot of the stuff they do is like bullies. They do mind control, brainwashing. Some of the stuff, like for instance, that they're doing now in Ukraine is sending out text messages to people like on a train, saying that there's a mine on the train, and there's having the train stop, dog search it, takes hours, but the destroys people thinking, but there's no money. They're doing the same thing in hospitals. They're doing the same thing in schools where, and the brainwashing that's happening inside the country is even worse. I mean, just like you said, that's just parts of what's going on, but also they control. Remember, what we're watching play out here in the United States is exactly what's being done right now in Russia. Part of the brainwashing is they control the television, they control the media, they control the news reporters who write it to a big degree, and that's what Trump's trying to do. That's why we saw yesterday all those journalists walk out of the Pentagon. Just think about it. First time in history, we're sitting here. We have the only journalist in the Pentagon is OAN. Really? Oh, I mean that it's horrible. That's not even something. It's extremely horrible. But that's what we're seeing play out, and that's the biggest attack that Russia right now has on the world, even on the NATO countries, is the psychological warfare. Because I had this debate with somebody a couple of days ago. They're like, well, all these NATO countries and European countries are saying that Russia is going to attack any day. I said, stop. That's not happening. Russia can barely contain their fight with Ukraine. They don't want to go out to all war, but it's the brainwashing that they send in the NATO for you to think, because Russia knows that Finland is not going to shoot down one of their planes. They know Sweden is not going to shoot down. That's why they're sending him there. Denmark is not going to shoot. They're not sending the plane to Turkey, because they know Turkey will shoot down one of their planes. So they don't want provocation. And that's why I say, and the number one thing I always talk about is, and you follow me and you know, I say, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. So yeah, the wording is everything. But at the end of the day, they're right now, uh, doing psychological warfare in all of Europe, because people shutting down airports. People are scared. You have actually, countries that are telling people to stack up on baby supplies, food supplies, all of that. So, and that is part of the strategy that is taking place. And if you take a look, I mean, we're having the same thing here in the United States with Trump. Doing the same moves at such a. I mean, what took certain dictatorship, authoritarian countries to maybe years or decades to transform into, Trump's doing this in cyber speed. Like literally, what we've seen happen in 9 months in a country that he's destroyed hundreds of years of relationships, of greatness in literally 9 months, and doing it. So yeah.
Well, we're all gathering at the American Embassy in London Saturday. So Democrats abroad organized it.
Patty, God bless you. And that's an example. Patty's not even here in the United States. She's in Europe, and she understands how important this is, because
can't imagine.
Because they and we don't even get all the news you guys get over there. You know what I'm saying to you, what's happening. So that's why I'm saying, and I understand. And thank you, Patty. Thank you for going out there.
And Europe is not fooled by any of this.
No, Europe knows. Europe knows. Europe is scared. Absolutely.
We're close to Poland.
Yeah. Well, that's the big. And I'll give you the one good thing, and that's why Trump and Putin knows this very well, because I used to, when I was sent by Trump there, part of the oligarchs and the people I were dealing with in the gas and the oil, and they had to do with Poland, and they had to do with Russia. And I could tell you that much: Poland is the one country there that will shoot down one of the Russian planes.
They're not happy.
They will shoot that. So it's and that's good and bad, because as I always say it, yes, it's a deterrence, but we're living at like a spark, the wrong spark. Because think about it, the drone or the plane could fall by accident onto some civilian thing, and how do you respond? Because now you have to, and then what goes, and just like World War I started. It was over, I don't have to go into history here. We all know how that went. So anyway, Patty, thank you so much.
I love you, Lev. Thank you for everything you do.
God bless you. Thank you. And then now, welcome. We're going to be doing this more often. So if you have questions, just come on. Just don't be shy. Just hit that button and I'll bring you up.
Big hugs.
You too. Cheers. All right, guys. Do we have? We got about maybe another couple of minutes, because I have a conference call. Actually, stuff to do, having to do with something that I'm going to be breaking later on in the day. So I just want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you subscribers, all of you paid subscribers. I hope you're enjoying this new content, the way we're going to be doing it. I'm also going to be doing the same thing with Voice from Ukraine. Me and Alex are going to be doing it. So it's going to be another way to be able to let you guys interact. So we'll be able to do questions. The reason why, also just keep in mind, because of the way the lagging is, it's difficult. Sometimes you guys ask incredible, great questions, but by the time the question comes up, we're on to a different subject and stuff like that. So that's why I figured that this might be a great segment, by instead instead of just going on asking questions, ask to come up and we could discuss your question, get the answers. You could have a follow-up question, and then we can move on to the next subject, because some of your questions are extremely important. And it's also important because the questions you're asking, I'm sure a lot of other people are asking the same question, but they might not want to ask. They might not be paid subscriber. They might, for whatever reason is. So one of the things I encourage, questions is great, because the more questions, the more we interact, and that's what's great about it. So guys, it looks like Christina, Canada's great. You know, Dean Blundell is my brother from Canada. He's also, we're working together to put together something. How connected are you to cyber currency? Depends. I know a lot of things and a lot of people in the world, but me myself personally, I've never even bought a Bitcoin. Don't know how to do it. Made I guess a big mistake, because when I was dealing with all of this Trump and Russia stuff, one of the things that I had in crazy opportunities was to get involved in all this cryptocurrency, to push it. They were asking me to push it back then to Trump, but I didn't trust it. I still don't trust it, still don't understand it. Maybe I'm old fashioned, maybe I need to learn, but I know nothing about it. But I know enough about the people involved, how it works, what's going on. So if there's a specific question, or cryptocurrency right now is what opened up Donald Trump's eyes and where they're making a lot of money. But see, it's a double-edged sword because of the way it's regulated. If you're somebody that is not aligned with Donald Trump, I would be very scared to deal with cryptocurrency, because it's very easy for them to come after you on some legal ways. If you're for Donald Trump, you're probably making a lot of money right now, but what's going to happen to you when Donald Trump goes away? You know, Lev, what's the question? Lev, how did you get involved with Donald Trump? Oh, that's, yeah. First of all, I recommend you go watch a great documentary put together by Rachel Maddow, and it's called "From Russia with Lev." And it'll give you a real good understanding how I got involved with Donald Trump. But just quickly, we're both hustlers on different levels. Grew up in the same town, same place, New York, and eventually our paths crossed here in 2015. I was looking to get involved in making money. Donald Trump was looking to become president, and faith brought us together. And I overnight literally became part of his family, and the rest is history, which we could go into at a different moment. So, but definitely I recommend From Russia with Lev. Definitely you'll enjoy it, or pick up the book Lev Remembers. You could pick it up at not Lev Remembers, Shadow Diplomacy. Here, I have a copy of it. This is actually, and that's another thing we haven't done in a while, but I'm gonna start doing that. And towards the holidays, I spoke to my wife. So once we the holidays and I'll have more time and everybody's at home, I'm gonna pick out some time, like maybe a couple of hours, where we could just sit back, get a cup of cocoa, some coffee, so whatever, and just go into some chapters, and even just discuss some of these chapters. A lot of you have already watched the documentary. A lot of you have already read the book. Those of you that haven't, I encourage you to go out there, because it's not only, I think, a great book, not because I wrote it, but I think it's a great book because it gives you an outline of what you're seeing happen with Donald Trump right now. And it gives you an excellent understanding of the relationships in Europe and all of that. And Zelensky, it's all the same people. And it also, you might change some of the names. Instead of Lev Parnas, now you have Steve Witkoff, stuff like that. You can watch a documentary, I think Apple, the documentary Apple Plus, and also NBC all that type of. I think it's in a lot of places, but if you just Google it, it'll give you all the places you could watch it. So, listen, guys, today was our first time doing this new, unique way. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. To EG, to John, to Patty, to all of you for coming up here. For those of you that haven't, Laura, next time, come on up. I want you guys to make sure now that you know you could come up, get ready. Kat is, I think, she's not here today. She'll join us. A lot more Mojo and so many more. I think it's going to be great. And there's a lot of news that we're going to have breaking today, having to do with Zelensky, having to do with. Russia, and also having to do with stuff happening here in the United States, because one of the major things that I'm going to be talking about later on, and I'm breaking to you guys first, is the next indictments coming. We might hear indictments today with Bolton. There's other people going on the list. Trump's also getting pissed off about a lot of the independent journalists, like the Midas Touch, like my son Aaron. He's also looking to go after truth tellers. We're working behind the scenes of how we could go out and obviously spread the news, get out to, because the one thing that the Democratic leadership are not doing, and one thing that I keep screaming at top of my lungs, is that we need to get out of the echo chambers. That's why I started up going on to YouTube. That's why I'm asking you guys to help me be the beginning, because the more people we have subscribed to YouTube, that's at Lev Remembers, the algorithms work. That doesn't mean we're not going to be here on Substack. We're still here on Substack, but your help to be subscribing there also allows those algorithms and for more people to see it, because YouTube has a much bigger audience than Substack. And right now, that's why we're going to go on to YouTube and try to get as far the information as. Thank you so much for all your support. Make sure to go levremembers.com. Lots of great merchandise. Go at levremembers on YouTube. Need your support. But most of all, make sure that you subscribe here, bring 3-4 more people, build our platform, because the YouTube, all of these platforms, they're still as big as they are. They don't have the what's that? The freedom of speech that Substack does. So for as long as we have it, that's where our home is, and we need to build. So continue doing what you're doing. Bring 3-4 more people here to our platform. Become paid subscribers. Contribute to Venmo. That's at Lev-Parnas. If you can't do Venmo, we have Zelle. Zelle, that's the real Lev Parnas at the real Lev Parnas at gmail.com. And then there's PayPal at Lev Parnas. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with that. But anyway, any donation, any contribution helps. But the number one thing right now that I'm asking you, not on behalf of me, but on behalf of all the Ukrainian people right now, all those kids that are suffering, all those people that are getting ready for this winter, is please contribute, donate to the GoFundMe. Let me just put it up there before we go one more time, guys. Hold on a second, because that's extremely important right now. Their timing it's already very cold, and I've spoken to Alex, and they're getting prepared. For those of you that have contributed to the GoFundMe already, I want you to know Alex already has texted me. He's already started ordering some of the humanitarian aid. They're going to start going out literally in the next couple of days. Already aid is starting to go out. So it's happening as it's going. So please help, do whatever you can. $1, $10, $5. And if you've already donated, spread the GoFundMe. Take it, and pass it on to other social media platforms. Let's get this done as quick as possible. We're a quarter of a way there, so we're almost there. Let's get it done as quick as possible and help those people, because it's getting really cold over there and it's really bad, and the bombing is getting worse and worse. And we can't just sit here and listen to these conversations. It's up to us, because none of these governments are doing enough. And especially if you take a look at some of these places that Alexander goes, I don't know. It takes a lot of courage. I mean, he goes into some of these places where he doesn't know if he's going to make it out of there alive. And people are in the basements, kids starving, cold, and they're delivering it. So if they're willing to go do that work, we could donate and help whatever we can. Everything helps. So please, folks, pass the GoFundMe around. Not for me, not for you, but for the people out there that really need it, because every little contribution helps. And for us here, for our fight, for our democracy, you know what to do. Number one thing is to spread the word, and you subscribe, and everything else is what keeps us alive and keeps us going. So God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. Slava Ukraini. And I'll be back later on. So stay tuned, subscribe, and put your notices on. Important. That's one more thing. Put your notices on and report any fakes or any fake Lev Parnas accounts, because the PSYOP operation is going strong. They're trying to stop us, but they can't. We won't let them. Take care.